here. I apologize. Uh, didn't have time to introduce anybody. Welcome to the Cadet Division Championship between the Monroe Braves and the Belmar Bears. We have seen the Bears 3 times out of all 3 games here, and unfortunately, it looks like the freshman game is not going to be played at this venue. Due to a team coming over from Philadelphia, it looks like that game will be over at another venue. Now, we will still keep the freshman link up in case they do end up playing here. However, that seems to be looking unlikely. Belmar and Monroe, 2 of the best teams here in the Cadet Division, and maybe, by some form of debate, maybe the best 2 teams in the region. De Palma with a shot over the middle. Oh my goodness! Can you believe it? Stick wizardry from Belmar. They're on the board. 1-0 before I could even catch my breath. Wow. Dominic De Palma, with maybe the luckiest rebound of his life, gives Belmar a 1-0 lead. We're back underway. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Saved by Boyer. The roster for Monroe: Brandon Maroney, Harrison Grodzelanek, Brady Gabriel, Billy Froba, Tommy Hayes, Jake Glenn, Ian Basilio, Alessio Adinolfi, Edward McKenna, Daniel Long, Matteo Catalano, Noah Felice, Jacob McGee. Oh, there goes another shot. Billy Boyer in goal. Ryan Getzadzik, Braden Burkholder, and Jackson Fretz. Monroe with the possession. Stollard, bit of a check into the boards there. Jake Glenn working with it. Here comes a chance. Almost got an equalizer to go there. Working around back behind his own net for Gend Azsek. I apologize. I might be butchering that name all night. For 32 for Monroe. Knocked down. Here's De Palma from the blue line, takes the shot off the foot of Boyer, and Monroe immediately brings it back into play. Taken in by Nico Good. Some familiar names on this Cadet side. Stollard has it, moves it back out. This one's popped up. It's off the boards. Fretz with a deflection. He couldn't find the ball, and an easy glove side save for the Cadet goalkeeper, number 32, Gavin Grenace. For Belmar tonight, it's going to be Brody Connor, Jackson Walsh, Jason Bloor, Braden Skakowski, Grayson Heller, Henry Stronsky, Colin Bove, Nico Good, Chase Devine, Carter Pate, Gavin Grenace in goal, Colin McMullen, Jacob Moser, Lucas McCabe, Chris Berardi, Caden Sacamano, and Dominic De Palma, along with Aiden Stollard, who won Player of the Month in September on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting for his hat trick performance in the high school level versus Cedar Creek. This one goes back to Felice. Another check into the boards there from Billy Froba. Froba with possession. Hits off the foot of Berardi. Monroe gets possession back. Oh, he almost got the equalizer goal in the same way De Palma got his first. Moser with the deflection. Froba, wide left. Who's got it? It's picked up by number 3, Brody Connor. Here's Moser. Froba working through traffic. Oh, he deflected it. Now is able to bring it back in. And a tough, contentious save there keeps this game 1-0 in favor of Belmar. Apologize, I can't really do too much about the reflection on the ice here. When we first got here at like 12:15, I saw some players from Monroe, they were looking at us like, what in the world are we doing? Why are we doing a broadcast on a roof? But how about it? Good slide there, Stronsky going in. Bit of a shove, almost going in for a side hug there from Brandon Maroney. No ice. I mean, these guys are going at it back and forth. Again, a heated rivalry between these 2 teams. I will disclose to everyone watching that if a major fight breaks out, we have been asked by our client to cut from the broadcast. We will return if the action resumes peacefully, if you will. However, just wanted to make everybody aware that if you see us immediately cut to break, that is because we've been asked by our client to cut off the air for if a, and he said if and maybe when a fight happens. But hey, that's the nature of hockey, right? We love to, I mean, you don't like to see kids fighting like this, but you do like to see some intensity. Got an icing call here. 6:36 left in the first, and early goal for Belmar. As the goal was pocketed in there by Dominic DePalma. Face-off won by Monroe. Catalano goes in for it. Belmar is able to get the deflection. Sorry, we were having trouble figuring out where the ball was. Gitsanzik goes for a swipe. .6:15 and counting in the first. Monroe with a shove for Stollard. Another shove there. Trying to hang on to it. Whistles fly to stop the play. They're going to call a penalty here on Belmar. I think Stollard's getting called. Two roughing penalties. It's going to be 4-on-4. Brandon Maroney and Aiden Stollard both called. So we'll go back to 4-on-4. 6:05 left in the first. Interesting development there. So the first penalty was on number 2 for Monroe, Brandon Maroney, for roughing, and then Aiden Stollard got hit with one as well. So 4-on-4 for the third time in today's events. Here we go. First possession is going to go to Adenolfi here, who cracks it off the boards. How about that for a sliding stop? Here goes another shot. Couldn't get it. Boyer saves it. Goes back out to center ice. Connor missed it. Now it's going to be Gabriel who's got it. He'll feed it across the way, maybe to tie the game. Gets a Belmar player to fall. Gets a check. Nico Good gets back up. Walsh with a good move there. Again, some heavy stick contact. Walsh moving back to Stronsky. This one's got a chance. They got to call offsides? Yeah. I think we got offsides here. Walsh tried to go in for it. Gabriel is the one who ends up winning the face-off. Gabriel working against Connor now. Nico Good going in for it behind the net. Burkholder is unable to hang on to the possession. Monroe with a swipe went into the Belmar bench. Sorry about that, folks. Just had to adjust the camera for a second. Here we go. Sorry, had to adjust one of the legs on the camera for a better angle. Burkholder is stopped there. And some words of encouragement from Skikowski. Good with a shove on Glenn. We got a delayed penalty. Goalie's getting pulled here. I think Belmar's on a delay. Yeah, Belmar's going to get hit with a delayed penalty. So now they've got, this is some smart hockey right here. Williamstown/Monroe looking for the extra attacker. And Belmar finally touches it. So a tripping penalty on number 15. No, it's going to be Nico Good, number 16, who gets called. Second penalty against Belmar here in the early going. 4:33 left in the first, but how about that? I mean, Boyer understood the situation. He left right away. One nothing Belmar. An early goal from Dominic DePalma on a ricochet off the back chain that bounced right into his hand, and a goal. 4:33, got a face-off. Won by Williamstown. No, it's going to be Stronsky, who's got a 2-on-1, takes it from way out. Boyer deflects it, but keeps the ball in possession. Skikowski gets the ball back open. Oh, a whiff by DePalma. Maybe not a whiff, but maybe a coordinated fake. I'm not sure. I mean, DePalma's a very strong ball player, and there goes another shot. I mean, these guys are just absolutely lighting it up from well out there. Kind of a page from the textbook that we saw in the Beaver game, where 3 of 4 goals for Maple Shade in their 4-2 win over Belmar were from beyond the first blue line. And one of them was even from beyond center ice. Belmar gets out of it, and a hook goal! 2-0. Bears lead as the wraparound from Skikowski is successful. On the assist from Stollard, who came in after the penalty. You know what? That was a shorthanded goal. How about that for a shorthanded goal? I didn't even notice that. I don't know why I didn't notice that, but holy cowabunga. There we go. That one is out to the left. I mean, Belmar is just airing it out. Both of these teams are basically firing away from as far back as they can. There's a center ice shot and goal. Oh, my goodness. Williamstown takes advantage of the power play, and they are on the board 2-1. Billy Froba with the goal. I don't know when's the last time I've seen stuff like that. Man. Short-handed goal from Belmar extends the lead, but Monroe gets it right back on the power play. Here we go. Right back at center ice, going in for a swipe is Heller. Pate. Now the both teams are back at equal strength, taking his time there, bringing it back behind Boyer. McCabe tried to get a shot there, dances with it as he struggled to hang on to the possession. Bloor takes his position at left defense. Now Monroe knocked down. It is still in. Heller going at it with Gedzanik. McCabe swiping forward. Here comes another breakaway from Monroe. Here we go. Shot, couldn't get it. Berardi is able to save it and swipe it out to the right, where Grenace was able to thwart the situation. No glove save there for Monroe this time. I keep wanting to say Williamstown. I mean, Williamstown, Monroe, tomato, tomato, potato, potato. 2:20 left in the first. McCabe will go back out for it, past the blue line. He's going to slow up a little bit here. He's going to take his time with Belmar up by 1. Godzalanek going in for the attack. Now he swipes out, moves out to the right, to the opposite of the Bears. Bears have appeared in all 3 championships here, and there's your glove save for Jacob Moser. I'm sorry, not for Jacob Moser, for number 30, Billy Boyer. This broadcast is brought to you by the Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators, or Dog Pro Wrestling, South Jersey's top and premier pro wrestling organization with high-flying action and non-stop entertainment throughout the Garden State. For more information on future events, visit dawgprowrestling.com. 1:58 remaining in the first period, 2-1 Belmar. A couple swipes there, eventually goes into possession of Monroe. Here we go. Brandon Maroney with a good possession here. Both players lost their stick, and there's no whistle. Now Maroney's got to pick his up. Stollard stepping on the stick. Now it's Maroney. Back out to the blue line. Thrown off the boards by Moser. No icing. Back in action for number 17, McInner. Get some more contact there. Stollard and whistle drawn. That'll be a penalty on Belmar, their third. Now you heard that pretty well there from the referee, is that I'll call it both ways. Just keep your arms down, keep your arms clean. It's the second penalty called against Stollard. And once again, Monroe picks up a power play here. With a chance to tie the game, Monroe got their first goal on a power play after Belmar got their second. And another stoppage here after a dive from Grenades. Don't forget, our next broadcast will be Wednesday, February 26th, I believe. We've got first round of the South Jersey playoffs in high school boys basketball. I'm not sure where we're going to go yet. We've got a couple different options. We're going to weigh our options and then let you know by Monday, which is tomorrow, what our decision will be. But this has been a very eventful weekend for us. We did the Rutgers-Camden baseball games yesterday, where they swept Immaculata 11-4 in Game 1, 10-6 in Game 2. This one's from deep. Goal! Monroe ties the game on a power play. And after a 2-goal lead, they erase it with Brady Gabriel's stick. So Monroe ties the game in electrifying fashion as Brady Gabriel hits it from deep. 2-2 game. Another check here as the energy starts to heighten with a tie game here with a minute left in the first. Stronsky going for it, or Skakowski rather. Here we go. Brought back across the way. Monroe in good position here. Deflected and taken in by Skakowski, who deflects the situation. It's tipped, and Anolfi will go in for it. Walsh with a deflection from De Palma. Brings it back out to Good. Oh, wow, a laser shot hits off of his teammate. Couldn't even keep up with that one in time. De Palma whiffs on it. 20 seconds left now. Connor in for it. Good. With another check by Gabriel. Six seconds left. Whistle finally blows. 5.4 on the clock. Five seconds remain in the first period. 2-2 game, a high-scoring affair so far, as Belmar had a 2-goal lead that has now been erased. They will not get a shot off in time. And after one, how about it? A firework-filled first frame. 2-2, Monroe and Belmar tied after one. Maple Shade in their 4-2 win over Belmar were from beyond the first blue line. And one of them was even from beyond center ice. Belmar gets out of it, and a hook goal! 2-0. Bears lead. Well, I didn't even notice that. I don't know why I didn't notice that, but holy cowabunga. There we go. That one is out to the left. I mean, Belmar is just airing it out. Both of these teams are basically firing away from as far back as they can. There's a center ice shot and goal. Oh, my decision will be. But this has been a very eventful weekend for us. We did the Rutgers-Camden baseball games yesterday, where they swept Immaculata 11-4 in Game 1, 10-6 in Game 2. This one's from deep. Goal! Monroe ties the game on a power play. Both teams break from timeout here in the second period. After one intermission, Belmar had a 2-goal lead. Bit of conversation there between the two goalkeepers, Grenase and Boyer. What Belmar was basically saying during the break was that, let us do the talking, because they understand that this rivalry can get out of hand. They understand that this rivalry can be a little bit rough at times. That is the nature of hockey. As Stollard takes a shot there, he's sitting on 2 penalties after, Monroe with a player down, gets it back up. Stollard again seems to be like Waldo. Wherever he is, you find him. Great glove save there from Boyer. But my point is what they're trying to say here is that, we were up 2-0 and then we watched it fade away. I think that at this point in time, if you're looking at Belmar and how they have structured themselves today, you have to look at the bigger picture. This is still anybody's game. Monroe might have the advantage right now, but Belmar has been on a couple power plays. We've had a couple 4-on-4s. It's been a little bit all over the place. These guys will use this period to settle in and settle down and realize that these guys will not win a championship by, banter and jarring and kind of jawing at each other. These guys will win a championship by scoring goals in the net. It's simple as that. And when the coaches drill that into the players and realize that the other team is just, basically a whole bunch of other guys that are looking for the same objective that we are, they understand that this isn't a regular season game where you can afford to take a suspension, as there is a close shot from Heller. But what they'll realize is that, this isn't like a regular season game. Connor, long shot, no good. These guys will realize the gravity of the championship, and they'll defend their guys, but I think it'll be a little bit cleaner than many would expect. McCabe with a shot deflects off the leg of Boyer and into the street. Here at the home of the Egg Harbor Township Eagles, the youth football team over here. We're just down the street from the actual Egg Harbor Township High School. As we'll have another face-off. Back on her way. Face-off with Berardi now in it. Slides over. Missioner. Back to Devine. Again, some more jawing there. Here's a shot, misses wide right. Devine in on that one. Berardi back in after a shift change. Adinolfi sets a play. Stronsky back at it. He picks up the possession. A shove straight into the wall. Stronsky is down. There you go. So Belmar with a power play. Both Monroe goals have been on power plays so far, but man, that was a wicked shove right there. Back in it here, Belmar with the advantage. I mean, this would be truly a big opportunity here for Monroe if they can get themselves a shorthanded goal. Nico Good taking the ball up with patience, fires it to the left. Here comes a shot from beyond center ice. Couldn't get it. Goes past Boyer. Boyer goes in for the save. He doesn't know where the ball is. Williamstown is able to pick up the pace. It is deflected off of the leg of Skakowski, and now Stollard brings it back. Stollard will get the deflection. It will go out to the goalkeeper, who shoves it back out to Nico Good. 7:50 and counting as Belmar, again, they have the advantage here. Gets it back to De Palma, who had the first goal for the Bears. That one is way up, somehow stayed in the yard. There's a big hit from Good. Some more contact back and forth. Gabriel, who had that second goal to tie the game for Monroe. Again, some more shoves there. Good and Glenn going at it. Good, he's got the advantage. The ball is sandwiched in between two sticks, and a whistle is called to stop the play. Now we'll have another face-off. Fretz working through. He's got an advantage, and that would have been a great shorthanded goal. Couldn't get it. Stollard, man, he's got a brave sandwich up there. Stollard is trapped underneath the legs. We've got a tangle. Oh, and a late shove there. A stare down. Rolls it back out to De Palma. 7 minutes left in the second. They wasted a lot of time there. Boyer with the save. They didn't whistle it. He didn't hold it in the glove long enough. He allowed it to drop back out for Monroe. It's Basillo who passes it back and forth with Adenolfi. Still working behind the net of Boyer. Finally, they bring it back out. Basilio, guarded by Skakowski. Where did the ball go? There it is, center ice. Back out, Stollard has it. Again, he's got to be careful. He's sitting on 2 penalties from the first period that are carrying over. Boyer stops it and saves it. And again, here we go, some more shoving that boiled over from the first. And Monroe walks off. Basilio got in the middle of it. It's bound to happen. I don't know if they're going to go with a fighting penalty or not. Monroe back at full strength. Back in it. Just some high tensions here. Basilio has it. 6 minutes left in the second. 2-2 game. 4 goals in the first period. Basilio goes down. And a penalty. Fell on his back after contact. Belmar doesn't understand the call. And Basilio's putting his hands up saying, I want nothing to do with it. Referee's talking to somebody over there. From the little bit I heard, looks like they're basically saying, yeah, don't. The truncated transcript was basically, yeah, don't do that, because he's going to start throwing people out. Basilio has it. He took a hard fall. I don't know how hard the fall was, but it wasn't nothing. And I think that in a game, again, with this much heated rivalry, you know, this is kind of like the Yankees and Red Sox in the ALCS, where on top of the fact that this is a game with championship-level weight, it's also a game between two rivals that don't have the nicest things to say about each other. It's just how it is. And these guys right now working through thick and thin, not only to get the emotional aspect of the game covered, but also looking to get the physical aspect of the game back in full swing. Again, we haven't had a goal since late in the second. Stollard pokes it up, hits the scoreboard, and it goes out of play. Basilio is asking when the power play ends for Belmar. That'll be 4:21, so they'll have about 40 seconds left, give or take. Play resumes now, 5 minutes remaining. Basilio crosses over Stollard. They've had some trouble today. A good move. Going in for it, Adinolfi couldn't get it. Fretz will go back out as he picks up the puck right in front of center ice. Back out to Gabriel at the center line. Moves it over. Basilio, slap shot. Oh, he faked it high to the outside for Grenace. Back to Glenn, guarded by Bloom. Basilio takes, well, not a fall, but he definitely got in trouble there. Back behind the net, Basilio looking to wrap it around, looking to light the lamp from behind. Here's Fretz. That one's up, hits the shed, out of play. My apologies. It is the winter time. My nose isn't used to being outside for this long. Here we go. It's Heller who has it. Back off the chain link fence. Pate and McGee. Hand-on-hand combat there. Pate gets it out. Moser's ready to slap. He had it ready to go. Now another backhand move. Belmar clears the situation. Heller with a glove save from Billy Boyer. Game remains tied. 3:57 left in the second. But a lot of standing room only here. Bleachers are full. You could see the passionate group of supporters helping their crew. Heller back behind the net of Boyer. Pate maybe had a shot chance there. Heller and Mission are going to go for it. McCabe back to Heller. He's got room. Back to Pate. Working back behind the net. A shove from McGee. McGee gets out. He's able to survive the play. It's Maroney. Contact with him and Connor. No ice. The signal from both refs. McCabe. Again working it out back behind the net of Grenace. Wraps it around the boards. Moser picks it up. 3:20 to play in the second. Heller gets it out. Again, no icing there. A little bit too close for comfort. Back again behind the net. Let's see who can set this one up well. Heller back to Pate. Pate with another contact with McGee. Now it's Maroney. Here we go. Some more trouble. They're going to get it out in time. Out in plenty of time. McCabe. Maroney wrapping around with his left arm. In some more contact with McCabe. Penalty. Or delayed penalty. Picked up by Belmar. Clock stops with 2:40. It's a penalty on the goalie. They're going to have a slashing call against Gavin Grenace. So unsportsmanlike against Grenace, an unsportsmanlike and a slash. Two-two game. So Grenace will stay in the goal. But because of it, they're going to put, what's this going to be? This is going to be 5-on-3? Yeah, this is going to be 5-on-3 for Monroe. He immediately comes back in. Connor goes in, saved by Grenace, does it a couple times. Kikowski in. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Some more shoves. So now they're back at 5-on-4. Still, this is a good power play for Basilio and for Monroe. Deflected by Stollard after the shot by Basilio on the blue line. Brody Connor back out to Stollard. Here comes another chance for the Braves. Monroe taking their time. I think if they're going to kill this power play, I mean, this is a benefit for Belmar finding a way to just get out of the jam. That one is way out of town. Hits a Honda CRV roof about 3 rows into the parking lot, and that is going to be a long ways out. See where that ball is. It is all the way over there in the parking lot. That's how far away it is. Okay, so just a word there. The power play with the unsportsmanlike, with this now being 5-on-4 instead of 5-on-3, which is a very short-lived possession for Williamstown, it will now carry over until 9:40 in the third period. So don't see that too often, but it will carry over. It's taken in by Jake Glenn. Gabriel and Jackson frets with a back and forth. We got another whistle here. So now they'll go for a face-off at center ice. Stronsky has it, feeds it over, and a glove save, but no, he's going to take it out to Basilio to keep the play alive. Basilio lets it, wow! That cleared both fences. I know baseball season's right around the corner, but is that a home run or what? I mean, wow. Basilio got that one well out of the yard. They still have to pick up that other ball from halfway across the parking lot. .120 left. Stollard picks it up. Or no, rather DePalma. He had the first goal for Belmar. Speared by Williamstown. It's Basilio. Stollard lost a stick. Here comes a shot missed by Froba. It's out of bounds. .102 remaining. Basilio back at center ice. After the faceoff, Froba with another slap shot. Couldn't get it to go. DePalma was in on the deflection. Now it's Stronsky back at it. No icing there. Goes back to Boyer, who slides it back out to Basilio. He will take his time. 42 seconds now. Takes his time with it. DePalma in. Stollard kind of standing over the center faceoff circle. Basilio fakes. Goes for a second time, and yet again, fires the ball out of play. We did say it is baseball season. So balls going over the fence is no stranger to us. They did get one. I think they got 2 back. I don't think they're going to get that one from all the way in the other parking lot. Goes past Stronsky. Gabriel. Again, like we said, power play will carry over until 20 seconds gone in the third. Here comes a shot, misses high. Off the glass, now goes back. Faked me out. It's Gabriel. Slap shot, and it gets wedged in the fence. 3.8 seconds on the clock. De Palma will pick that one up. But again, Stollard being one of the most vocal guys on this team, he will have to be very careful in the third period when intensity could boil over to not get himself in trouble. Basilio takes a shot off of Skakowski, and at the end of the third, at the end of the second rather, it'll be 2-2. We're tied up, so after a heavy goal in a heavy scoring first period, it is a scoreless second. These guys are still talking a little bit at the end of the second there. They're making sure that everybody's getting back to the bench okay. Interesting development there. We'll be right back at the end of the second. He's donning the number 34 and the shortstop for this one. First pitch. There's a line drive into center field. That one is going to drop, and it's going to go to the outfield wall. One run will score. Spence is going to make a huge arc around third. She will score to make it 3-0. And here comes the runner to score. It's an inside the park home run for Ella Hayes to make it a 4-0 game. A 3-run inside the Parker to the 2. This has been a funky game. 2-2. Bears break from their huddle as we'll get ready to go. Some heavy tension at the end of the second period and some heavy tension during the second period. I mean, not a minute has gone by to where you think, what's going to happen? The power play for Williamstown/Monroe will carry over into the third period. And they'll bring Brody Connor back out after a quick switch, but it'll be De Palma, Stollard, Connor, and then it will be, who else is out there? That's going to be number 9, Skakowski. This power play will last for the first 20 seconds of the period. Oh, Basilio, he has been wild with those fakes. Here's Glenn, misses a shot. Belmar back at full strength. Another shove there. Fires this one out. And finally the icing gets called. What happened here? Stollard's going to get hit with a penalty. It's going to be his third. He's going to be out. Let's listen in. Four on four is the call. And I like what the ref said there. He said, let's play hockey. We can just play hockey. We can't wrestle. And I like that because this game is starting to, get on your nerves a little bit because of the tension. And now the referee going over to talk to the Monroe bench. They're going to face off the other way now. This has been a wild game, and people are blaming the referees more than they are blaming the players, which is a philosophy. I don't know if I agree with it. Stollard, as we said, on his third penalty, I said it like a broken record. He had to be careful. He was then disqualified after his third penalty. And it's 4-on-4. Both of Monroe's goals have been in the first period. In fact, everybody's goals have been in the first period, but both of the Braves' goals were on power plays. So after the penalty against Stollard, and then I'm not sure who picked up the penalty for the Braves, but we do have a 4-on-4 situation for at least the next 2 minutes. Here's Walsh. Skakowski gets tripped up. There's a penalty. Maybe it's delayed. Yeah, it'll be delayed. Good back at the line. They're going to pull the tender. They're going to do what happened in the Beaver game. Or no, I think it happened in the first period of this game too. It's dropped down. They're just waiting for Williamstown to touch this puck. So kind of a phantom power play 5-on-4. Tender gets pulled, and the glove side save stops play. Williamstown gets called with a trip. So now we've got, what's it? Power play. It was a penalty on 4-on-4. It's going to be 4-on-3. They are just stripping players away from the ice. I mean, what are we going to have, a goalie battle after this? I don't know. This has been a funky game. Goes out. Temperature dipping heavily here. 4-on-3. It's Pate. Fires it to the right. Here comes a slap shot. Couldn't go. Here comes another one. Couldn't go. Second chance. Good. Belmar goal. Takes the lead. Cracks up against the board. So a double assist there. Goal by Belmar's Brody Connor. The assists from Bloor and Pate. And the Bears have taken the lead. It's 3-2. So after that, after the goal on a 4-on-3, we've now got a center face-off here. 8:06 left in regulation. This should be fun. Monroe immediately with advantage. Fretz tried to tie the game right away. That's the philosophy that they should have. I mean, that's really how you should do it if you're Monroe. Heller comes on as the attacker. After the brief power play ended for the Braves after the 4-on-3. Brought out to Good. Connor, who scored the last goal that took the lead. Pate in for it. Hit off the post. No good. Did not cross the plane. Now it's Froba working through. Grenades tried to go in for a stick save there. Couldn't get it. I think he may have made contact with it because the puck slowed down. Another check on the boards there. Here we go. Connor going through. Pate to the left side. He'll have to make sure he's not offsides. Connor now going through. Connor. Double guarded. By Long and by... Oh, hello! Monroe tied it. Before I could get the words out of my mouth, we are tied up. 3-3. It's the first goal for Monroe tonight to be at full strength. And it's from none other than number 32, Ryan Gedzenik. And a full rotation change for the Bears. 3 on, 3 out. Here we go. Face-off tipped down. Goes back to McGee. Devine charging in from the corner. Possession by Moser. Passes it back out there in front of the Monroe net. Now Braves bring it back the other way. Again, some more trouble there with Gradzelanek getting tangled up with McCabe. Here comes a shot, no good. Right in front of the net was Maroney, who would have finished the deal. Maroney now shoving Nico Good. Some more checks there and some more stick contact. Whistles here. I did not see that, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean I didn't see it. I meant, what am I trying to say? I'm saying I saw it when it happened, but I didn't comment on it because I didn't know if it would be called, and I didn't see the delayed penalty in the air. So, again, I apologize. I thought I was on top of that, but so interference on the goaltender, or I should say not interference on the goaltender. Goaltender interference brings on another power play. I mean, this game has been chock full of power plays tonight. And in a tie game like this, Belmar could not have asked for a power play at a better time. That ball goes behind for Nico Good. And he'll take his time up here. Fires it out. Sliding out for a stop is Grenace. Feeds it over to Good. Basilio trying to tango in the motion. De Palma feeds it with the backhand. Back to Gabriel. Basilio, one-on-one with Good. It's deflected in the air. Grenace didn't know where it was. Stronsky brought it down in a good move. Still 5-on-4. Power play for the Bears. 3-3 tie game entering the final half of the final period. 3-3 game. None of the 3 games played today have gone to overtime. Connor, slap shot, glove save. Excellent work from number 30, Billy Boyer, who has picked up a handful of crucial saves tonight. And with 4:45 remaining, 3-3 game. 2 goals in the third after a scoreless second. Gets past Boyer. And a 4-goal first period. It was 2-2 after the first. Belmar had a 2-goal lead. Good with a shove on Glenn. And another pushback there from Glenn on Good. These guys are going back and forth. Good couldn't get it. There's another save by Grenace. Now rolling over to middle. Another fracas right in front of the bench. Maroney. Basilio has had some masterful stick work here today. He might be the best all-around player they've got. 4:05 remaining. Here we go. Skakowski goes out to the left. He goes in for a slide. Denolfi is there. Aidenolfi, that is. Some more high bouncers. Did it go through? Yes, it did! Goal, Belmar! I don't know who had that one, but it didn't matter. The Bears get back in front. It's 4-3. And they take advantage of the extra man. De Palma with his second goal of the game. How about it? 3:54 remaining, and Belmar has taken the lead. Back out to Catalano. Fires this one away and just cleared over. Oh, a kid caught it. A kid caught it over there. That's funny. One of the kids caught it over there. Here we go once again. Pate. Double trouble here between Felice and Catalano. Catalano backs off. Pate with another opportunity here. Again, still back and forth. 7 combined goals. Here's Pate. Couldn't get it. Felice brings it back. Thrown across the rounds. Bloor, no good there. Almost hit me. Belmar's preaching no dumb penalties. You can loathe the other team all you want, but you don't show it. I didn't want to get hit like that Buffalo Sabres commentator did last night and dropped an F-bomb on the air. Here we go. 3:11 remaining. Monroe couldn't get it out in time. It was a struggle. They eventually got there. Basilio has it. Checking. Yes, looks like we're back. Well, he didn't miss anything. 1:45 now in the third. There were a couple of shoves that you missed, but nothing else. Everybody at full strength for the final run. Belmar basically emphasized no stupid penalties, don't be stupid, and don't do anything bad. That's basically what they said. Monroe called a timeout. We were able to fix the internet during that break. We apologize. Aiden Alfie's got it. Gabriel, guarded by Skakowski. 4-3. Yeah, we apologize. Our portable Wi-Fi, the Verizon Jetpack, it died on us. Connor on Glenn. Glenn looking to find an answer. 70 ticks left. With a chance to tie the game, Basilio's right to the right post. Couldn't get it. Gabriel. Gabriel guarded by Walsh. Gets a shove. Gabriel pops it up. Deflects it with the stick. They pull the goaltender. Williamstown has pulled the goaltender with 47 seconds left. Empty net. Froba. Looking for the extra attack. Tie game! Tie game! Williamstown has come to town. And with the extra attacker, Jackson Fretz, less than 10 seconds after pulling the goalkeeper, has tied the game at 4 apiece. Boy, are we lucky we came back just in time. This is down to the wire. 41.6 seconds left. Belmar calls a timeout. We'll be right back. Unbelievable. Jackson Fritz with the goal. We're tied. Gabriel pops it up, deflects it with the stick. They pull the goaltender. Williamstown has pulled the goaltender with 47 seconds left. Empty net, Froba. Looking for the extra attack, tie game! Tie game! Williamstown! Well, here we go. Champions are born here at the Egg Harbor Township West Rink at Veterans Community Park. It is a brisk Sunday evening. However, all of these teams have been relentless. There have been fights, there have been checks, even of the egregious variety, and it has been nothing short of wild. We will have a face-off with 41.6 seconds left in a 4-4 game. We were 2-2 after the first period. Belmar had a 2-0 lead, and amazing for a glove save from Grenace. Basilio has been taking those deep shots from outside, unable to connect on that one. He has not scored today. But this has been just a wild game, to say the very least. Basilio got a check there, rolls along the top of the boards. Unable to get it there. Gabriel moving across. 17 seconds left, hits off the post, tries for a wraparound, swipes it at chest level, can't get there. Belmar with a Hail Mary shot, lets it go, and an icing will be called with 4.4 seconds left. And I would imagine Belmar's not happy there. This is unbelievable. They'll move it over to the other face-off circle on the other side. Bears 4, Braves 4. 4.4 seconds remain. Fretz, who scored the last goal, is in the face-off for Williamstown. Here we go, trying to get it out. Belmar swipes at it a couple times, and the buzzer will hit 0, and overtime is on the horizon. So they're going to go right at it for overtime, 4-4 after regulation, and the golden goal period is upon us here at Egg Harbor. Not wasting any time. There's no breaks. There's no nothing. 10 minutes of overtime hockey right here. Oh, that shot was deflected by Boyer. Who's going to get in on it? It stays in as Adinolfi goes in. Here's Basilio looking for the golden goal. He's been one of the polarizing players today. Ball goes out of bounds. Don't forget our next broadcast will be on Wednesday. Boys basketball between, well, actually we don't know who's playing, but it's got to be Group 1 and Group 3 in the South Jersey first round of the sectional playoffs. Face off between Gabriel and Heller. Goal! Williamstown comes from behind and wins in overtime 5-4. Brady Gabriel with the golden goal and an unbelievable finish for the Braves as they win it with 30 seconds gone in overtime. It didn't take them long. It didn't take a power play. Just sheer will got them over the finish line. And Monroe wins it 5-4 over the Bears in overtime. A contentious game at that had a lot of shoves, had a couple throwdowns, and had just wild energy from start to finish. As with 9:29 left in overtime, it's the Braves who win it 5-4. Brady Gabriel with the game winner, assisted by Jackson Fretz. Monroe wins it in overtime to stun the crowd, a lot of them traveling from Camden County to get here. Some shoving after the game with Skakowski. Skakowski is still upset. They're still sorting some stuff out here. I mean, they have a banner trophy, they have a banner ceremony. I mean, Monroe won the game. Is Belmar just going to pull their guys, or are they going to bring it back to the line? Or they're going to keep them a little bit further separated this time. So the game-winning goal from Brady Gabriel wins the game in overtime 5-4. Let's listen in to Brian Yackel with the ceremonies downstairs.
Special awards first for the MVP of the Cadet, big grandees. MVP number 88 on the white team, which is. And MVP will be number 13.
Hey, good game to both teams. Great preseason. Congratulations, 2025 champions.
There you have it. That'll be all for us tonight. What a game. Monroe wins it in overtime 5-4. From our entire crew here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, our social media coordinator, Haley Mejia, our graphics crew, Gavin Vanderell, Caleb Lane, and Alex Pollock. Big thanks to Brian Yackel for helping us out today. I'm Dan Wilkins. We will see you on Wednesday for South Jersey sectional playoffs as Monroe wins it in overtime. Just some quick recaps on the final scores. In the Beaver Penguin division, it was, I believe it was 3-2. Yes, it was 3-2. Mastero with the game-winning goal for Belmar. And then 4-2 in favor of Maple Shade in the Beavers and 5-4 in the Cadet. So 3 games, 3 champions. Again, I apologize. It looks like the freshman game is already going on the other rink. So it looks like we will not be live streaming that game due to a venue change. Well, not a venue change, but I mean, they're right over there.